Welcome to Shit Comment Hassan YouTube channel. You are listening the match between Australia and England. Ashes fourth match. England scored 592 in their first innings. Australia scored 317 and 97 for the loss of 3 wickets in 33 overs. Two not out batsmen is Marnus Leverstengeni, 33 of 70, and Travis Head, 0 of 3. And session 3, day 3, test, fourth test. Australia trail by 178 runs and they have 7 wickets in hand. Australia lead the series 2-1. It's the end of over number 33. 2 runs. Travis Head 0 of 3 and Marnus Leverstengeni 33 of 70. Mark Wood 2 of 10 in 4 overs. 97 for the loss of 3 wickets. The Ashes series, fourth match, fourth test match. So Australia trail by 178 runs. Now the second innings is going on. Australia in their first innings they have scored 317 and England in their first innings they have scored 592 runs. Chris Oakes to Marnus Leverstengeni. This will outside off. Leverstengeni leaves at alone. 33.3 overs and one leg by. Chris Oakes to Marnus Leverstengeni leg by. That takes the total to 98 for the loss of 3 wickets. Australia trail by 177 runs. Scored 98 for the loss of 3 wickets. 3 important wicket return back to pavilion as the English bowlers have done their level best. Chris Oakes to Marnus Leverstengeni. This is short and on middle. Leverstengeni looks to pull but gets it hit on the helmet. It rolls over and goes to fine leg for 1. A concussion protocol will go on. Leverstengeni looks fine. So Chris Oaks to Trevor Z, no run, 3.5 overs completed, 98 for the loss of 3 wickets. Australia 317 and 98 for the loss of 3 wickets, and English batters have done well. They have scored 592, almost 600 runs. It's a ton total. And Australia trail by 177 runs. End of over number 34, 1 run with a leg by Trevor Z 0 of 5 and Marnus Labuschagne 33 of 74. Chris Oaks 1 of 12, 7 overs bowled, 1 of 12. Current run rate is 2.88, 98 for the loss of 3 wickets. Australia 317 and 98 for the loss of 3 wickets, and England in their innings 592 runs. Australia trail by 177 runs. So Australia 317 and 98 for the loss of 3 wickets, and England in their first innings 592, end of over number 34. Now Australia trail by 177 runs. This is the fourth test, day 3. The third session is going on. Malkut to Marnus Labuschagne, no run in the first ball of the over. 34.1 over, no run. Australia trail by 176 runs. 177 runs. Mark Wood, and the batsman is Marnus Labuschagne. Mark Wood to Marnus Labuschagne, no run. The second ball of the over. This is the over number 35. England 592. They have scored a huge total in reply to Australia's 317. Now Australia in their second innings 98 for the loss of 3 wickets. Osman Khaja caught Johnny Bairstow, bowled Mark Wood 18 of 34, 2 boundaries, 52.94 is the strike rate. David Warner bowled Chris Oaks 28 of 53, 3 boundaries, 52.83 is the strike rate. Marnus Labuschagne not out 37 of 78, 5 boundaries, 47.44 is the strike rate. Steve Smith caught Johnny Bairstow, bowled Mark Wood 17 of 38, 1 boundary, 44.74 is the strike rate. Travis Head not out 0 of 5. Extras 2 by 1, leg by 1. Total rounds 102 with a loss of 3 wickets in 34.4 overs. Fall of wicket, first wicket in 32 runs, Usman Khaja. Second wicket, 54 runs, David Warner. And the third wicket, 97 runs, Steve Smith. Bowling analysis, James Anderson, 10 overs, 4 maiden, 16 runs, no wicket. 1.6 is the economy. Stuart Broad, 8 overs, 2 maiden, 31 runs, no wicket. 3.88 is the economy. Moeen Ali, 5 overs, no maiden, 27 runs, no wicket. 5.40 is the economy. Mark Wood, 4.4 overs, no maiden, 15 runs, 2 wicket. 3.21 is the economy. And Chris Oakes, 7 overs, 4 maiden, 12 runs, 1 wicket. 1.71 is the economy. This is all about the innings now. The second innings of Aussies, English bowlers like Mark Wood and Chris Oakes. They have done well to capture 3 wickets in 103 runs, loss of 3 wickets. Aussies in their second innings, they have scored 317 in the first innings and 103 for the loss of 3 wickets in the second. So trail by 172 runs. 592 is the score of England in their first innings. So end of over number 35, 5 runs scored, 1 boundary in the third ball and 1 wide ball in the fifth ball. Australia 103 for the loss of 3 wickets. 2.94 is the current run rate. Marnus Lewis Chagani 37 of 80. Travis Head 0 of 5. Mark Wood 2 of 15 in 5 overs. Ashes test number 4. So 5 test series. So Australia lead by 2-1 in the series. So this is the chance of England to get back and level the test series. So the fifth and final test will be held, and that will be the decision maker test. So very competitive one. Chris Oakes to Travis Head, 1 run. Travis Head open his account with this single. Australia trail by 171 in the second innings. 104 for the loss of 3 wickets. And 317, and England total is 592. Two not out batsmen is Marnus Lewis Chagni and Travis Head. They are very key batsmen of Australia. They have a good track record. So Australia, if they would done well, then Australia will be very pleased. Chris Oakes to Marinos, no run. 592, a huge score done by England in their first innings. Australia 317 and 108 for the loss of 3 wickets. Chris Oakes to the boundary driven by Mariners. So total moves to 108 for the loss of 3 wickets. Australia 317 and 108 for the loss of 3 wickets in their second innings. Two not out batsmen is Martin Levestegny and Chris Oakes. Martin Levestegny and Travis Head. And the bowler is Chris Oakes for England. England in their first innings they have scored 592 runs. Australia now trail by 167 runs and they have 7 wickets in hand. So the match is still in. There is a chance of that there will be a competitive one. Is off to Marnus Levestegny for pulled away. Don't think Marnus Levestegny will have a problem facing short balls from Oaks on middle. This is pulled through mid wicket and this one races away to the fence. So total 108 for the loss of 3 wickets. Australia, Aussies, current run rate is 3 per over. End of over number 36, 5 runs scored. First singles in the first ball and 4 in the fourth ball. So Marnus 41 of 85 and Travis Head 1 of 6. Chris Oakes 1 of 17, 8 overs, 1 wicket, 17 runs. Very, very interestingly poised Ashes series. Australia on first 2 tests, but England on the third test. Now in the fourth test, as on now, England is in a better situation as they have scored 592 in the first innings and they have taken 3 wickets within 100 runs of Australia. So Australia still need 167 to avoid the innings defeat. So their primary target is to avoid the innings defeat. A few stars ahead, then they will have to think about the extra run that to be scored after. But there is a bad news. The fall of another wicket. Then Travis Head got Ben Duckett, bowled Mark Wood. So Australia lose their another wicket. 108 for the loss of 4 wickets. 3 wicket haul for Mark Wood. He has taken 3 wickets. 15 runs has been given and it's the 6th over of Mark Wood. So you are listening Sheikh Kamrul Hassan YouTube channel, and those who are not yet subscribed the channel, please subscribe, and those who are not yet press the like button, please press the button to encourage our activities. So Australia trailed by 167 runs. So 317 and 108 for the loss of 4 wickets. Still, there is a chance of making another story queen. England not only equalize the Ashes series, but they can they can successfully implement the innings defeat against Australia. That will be a tremendous boost for the team England. 317 and 108 for the loss of 4 wickets. This is the situation of Aussies. And England in their innings, they have scored 592. So Mahmood to Mitchell Marsh, good lane and on off defended. So Mitchell Marsh, the new batter for Australia. The first two ball faced by Mitchell Marsh, no run scored. So Australia still behind of 167 runs, and they have already lose 4 wickets for a very important wicket. First David Warner, then Osman Khaja, two openers, then another two batters, Travis Head and Smith. So four batters, two openers, one Khaja, Usman Khaja, and another David Warner, and another two batsmen is David Smith and Travis Head. So 4 wickets down, 108 for the loss of 4 wickets, and still they are behind of 167 runs. Mahmood to Mitchell Marsh, solid on a length and around off blocked. So end of over number 37, 1 run, wicket in the first ball of Travis Head, and 1 run in the last ball. Australia 109 for the loss of 4 wickets. Current run rate is 2.95. Mitchell Marsh 1 of 5 and Marinus Levis-Chagani 41 of 85. Mahmood touched the 3 wicket haul, 3 of 16 in 6 overs. So 109 for the loss of 4 wickets. Australia trailed by 166 runs. Ashes fourth test between Australia and England. We will start the 38th over of the second innings. 109 for the loss of 4 wickets. Over number 37, 1 run scored. Australia, you are listening Sheikh Kamrul Hassan YouTube channel. That brings you the Ashes series fourth test between England and Australia. Australia in their first innings scored 317 and in the second innings 109 for the loss of 4 wickets. They still behind 166 runs. England in their first innings they have scored 592. Chris Oakes to Mitchell Marsh. No run with first three ball of the over. You are listening Sheikh Kamrul Hassan YouTube channel. Those who are not yet subscribed, please subscribe this channel. And those who are not yet press the like button, please press the like button to encourage our activities. 166 runs behind Aussies, 317 and 109 for the loss of 4 wickets. So 4 wickets down. First 4 ball of the over. Dot 4 dot balls. 109 for the loss of 4 wickets. Chris Oakes to Mitchell Marsh on off. This is push to cover but no run. Australia 166 runs behind. England in their first innings scored 592 in reply to Australia's 317 in the first innings. And after starting the second innings, Australia scored 109 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. Australia trailed by 165 runs. Chris Oakes to Mitchell Marsh on the stumps, blocked, no ball signal, one more ball left in this over. So 110 for the loss of 4 wickets. So end of over number 38. Australia 110 for the loss of 4 wickets. Current run rate is 2.89. Mitchell Marsh 1 of 12 and Marinus Lebuschagny 41 of 85. Chris Oakes 1 of 18. 1 run, 1 no ball. So end of over number 38, 1 run, 1 no ball. And the current run rate is 2.89. That dropped sharply. Mark Wood to Marinus Lebuschagny, 1 run. 111 for the loss of 4 wickets. Mark to Manusev Chagane, shorter and one middle, pull behind square leg for 1. And the total moves to 111 for the loss of 4 wickets. Mahu to Mitchell Marsh, no run. Since there's first ball, Mahu to Manusev Chagane, shorter and one middle, pull behind square leg for 1. So Mahu to Mitchell Marsh, a bouncer middle. Marsh lets it go to the keeper. 111 for the loss of 4 wickets. Sheikh Kamrul Hassan YouTube channel brings you the Ashes fourth match between England and Australia. Australia scored 317 and 111 for the loss of 4 wickets. And England in their first innings they have scored 592 runs. Mark Wood to Mitchell Marsh. This is down to leg side. Marsh lets it go. So Mark Wood to Mitchell Marsh, no run. 111 for the loss of 4 wickets. Mark Wood to Mitchell Marsh, no run. See, 38.5 overs. The last ball is remaining. England in the first innings they have scored 317 and 111 for the loss of 4 wickets. And England in their first innings they have scored 592 runs. Over number 39 has been 39th over, it's been completed. 1 run has been taken. Mark Wood 3 on of 17 in 7 overs, and Mitchell Marsh 1 of 17, and Marina Chagni 42 of 86. So in Australia in their first innings they have scored 317. Uh, so Australia trail by 164 runs in their second innings. They have scored 112 for the loss of 4 wickets. James Anderson will start the new over and they will be faced by Lumernes Devashagni. 1 run. End of over number 39 already. Now it's for 48th over. So England in their first innings they have scored 592 runs. This is the scorecard. Jack Crowley bowled Cameron Green 189 of 182 balls, 21 boundary and 3 sixes. 103.85 is the strike rate. Ben Duckett got Alex Carey bowled Mitchell Starc 1 of 6, 16.67 is the strike rate. Moeen Ali got Usman Khaja bowled Mitchell Starc 54 of 82, 7 boundary and strike rate is 65.85. Joe Root bowled Josh Hazlewood 84 of 95, 8 boundaries, 1 6, 88.42 is the strike rate. Harry Brook caught Mitchell Starc bowled Josh Hazlewood 61 of 100, 5 boundaries, 61 is the strike rate. Ben Dockett's Ben Stokes, beg your pardon. Ben Stokes, captain, bowled Pat Cummins 51 of 74, 5 boundaries, 68.92 is the strike rate. Johnny Bairstow not out 99, unfortunate case, just 1 run behind his century, 81 balls and 10 boundary and 4 over boundary and 122.22 is the strike rate. Chris Oakes Johnny Bairstow, wicketkeeper, not out 99 of 81, 10 boundaries and 4 over boundary, 122.22. Chris Oakes got Alex Carey, bowled Josh Hazlewood 0 of 1. Mark Wood bowled Hazlewood 6 of 8, 1 boundary, 75 is the strike rate. Stuart Broad caught and bowled Josh Hazlewood 7 of 10, no boundaries, no over boundaries, and strike rate is 70. Then James in the Anderson LW bowled Cameron Green 5 18. Let's see. Stuart Broad caught and bowled Josh Hazlewood 7 of 10. 70 is this strike rate. James Anderson LBW 5 of 18. 1 is the so James Anderson 5, LBW bowled Cameron Green 5 of 81, boundaries 27.78 is the strike rate. Stuart Broad 7 overs 10 mid and 70 point is the Strike rate is so 592 for the loss of 10 wickets in 107.4 overs. Fall of wicket, first wicket in 9 rounds, Ben Duckett. Second wicket, 130, Moeen Ali. Third wicket, 336, Jack Crowley. Fourth wicket, 351. Five wicket, 437, Ben Stokes. 351, Joe Root. And 336, Jack Crowley. So 474 for the loss of 6 wicket. Harry Brook, 7th wicket in 486 runs. Oaks, and 506 for the loss of 8 wicket. Mark Wood, 9th wicket, 526 runs. Steve Broad, 99.3 overs. And James Anderson, Anderson. So end of over number 40, we have one run, the first ball of the over. So Australia in their second innings, 113 for the loss of 4 wickets. In current run rate is 2.76, and the Moeen Ali 0 of 28 in 6 overs. Mitchell Marsh 1 of 27. Marnus Lewis Chegney 44 of 88. So end of today's match. So England just to watch and have patience. 317 and 113 for the loss of 4 wickets. And then England in their first innings, 592 runs. Hundred and 113 for the loss of 4 wickets. 2.76 is the current run rate. End over number 41, 1 run. Mitchell Marsh, 1 of 27. Lewis Chegney 44 of 88.